Letter to my soul. The events presented in this open letter to my soul are based on what I have lived through during my life journey. I am starting the writing by thanking divinity, and therefore my soul, for everything I have experienced in this journey until now. Thank you. We all experienced everything during childhood, and obviously we never paid attention to anything as we were too focused on having fun. Such a lovely period of my life, but somehow limited in memories. However, for no reason, we were rushing to grow without realizing that this was the best time of our lives, and we were spending it jumping into the loop. Jumping cycles from the child to the teenager and therefore to the adult. We quite miss some charming things, but by the time you realize this, you are already in your 30s, 40s, or more. Some of us are growing later, taking no rush. Everyone has their own time and cycle, experience and knowledge, wisdom and feelings, making us different but still the same. Enough of the distraction. It was fun. Where has your brain taken you? Could you let me know what you visualized? Where have you been? Please write it down now. Are you smiling or are you getting upset? Warming up exercise, baby. Work it out. I bet you all can remember your teenage period, the moment when you stole the first kiss, the first love letter, the first I love you, the first flower given or received, the first walk in the park. Such remarkable memories, beautiful times that we had, and we all cherish the experiences that later on helped us build our adult shield. Or should I say mask? Not everything in this life is perfect, but it takes time to realize that life isn't so pink. Maybe a rainbow? So 18-year-olds are knocking at the door, rushing into adult life, getting ready to party, prepared to live blowing experiences and leaving behind childhood and that lovely bubble you were protected in. Knock knock, who's there? It's me, lovely, open fast before your parents come home, I missed you a lot. And from here the guilty pleasure started, in one way or another. The more you grow up, the more you ask for more, and then different things. The more you discover diversity, and you want them all, not one, not two, but all of them. And here is what shifts when you're losing yourself and experiencing more and more, some of them good, some of them bad experiences, which build your wall around your soul. It gets taller and taller with every experience you're having. Now, the chase started. You're starving for experiences, meeting new people, creating more connections, and creating your own reality as you're confident you're on top of the world. The ego is building up, and in the times we're living in, it is easy to feed it for fast growth. First line, you're living your life animated by interest and a different reality that your soul is asking for. Focused on the long run for money and other distractions, he's starting to feel alone. And the more you run from him, the more he becomes smaller there, in a corner, in your chest, begging for help. But you're busy, and when you feel him crying badly, you're going towards several addictions because guess what? You can't pretend everything's fine without building a mask for your face. So therefore you've got the soul surrounded, the face masked, and put yourself on automatic pilot. It's just the start, but you're more focused on the running process, a modified process, changing your polarity and building up towards a small robot. Sounds familiar to you? The more you walk through the journey, the more you change your identity, accept more people around you, and please people in your life. We are not perfect, as we were told once. This world is imperfect, so please be careful where you step. It might harm you badly. Autopilot? Such a lovely invention. But for the cars, as for personal lives, it damages everything around us. You don't care anymore. I lack empathy. You're going to addictions to get that extra energy to keep you walking, and the next thing you know, your brain's going into survival mode. Survival mode? The last run before the soul crashes due to so many addictions and a lack of attention for yourself and your soul. Loads of people are not as lucky as I am. Loads of souls are not as fortunate as mine. Or maybe not yet. Why am I telling you this? Well, now that I'm in my 40s and looking in a mirror, I can tell you the story that saved my soul and made me smile again. Are you still with me? It all started about 8 years ago. While surfing online, I began to chat with a woman about the usual things, jokes, laughs, and blah blah talks. You've all been there or still doing it. Distance wasn't helping, and I knew things were not working this way. I tried for a while, but somehow we met at some point, and after I pulled out, I ran away. My soul started to wake up, building pressure against that wall, but the odds were against me in my head, so one day I just blocked her without saying goodbye. I raised the wall around the soul, throwing everything under the carpet as I went for the coldness. The soul kept crying, and I couldn't always get him to stop, so I threw myself into work in a calm place to keep things under control. Hiding myself from the soul cry, getting into work, and becoming more exigent started to exhaust me. Pushing everything above the limits. Sorry lads, I was forcing you as well, once with the amount of work I provided. It worked for a year, but my body felt extremely exhausted after that. To keep going, I turned to several addictions for some adrenaline, which I'm not encouraging anyone to try. As time went on, the body was pleading for his addiction to continue while the soul was silenced. Let's gamble, feed the ego, act as though I'm living an ideal life, and end up with a gambling addiction. To spice things up, I've made many friends around me because I've been lonely and lacking self-respect. After some time in those wonderful habits, I met someone who somehow broke down the barriers surrounding the soul and began playing with it inside. I was able to kick my gambling addiction because of the intensity that the brain gave to the game from the survival mode. The light-headed soul began searching for a way out and attempted to extract some energy from her. Sadly, she was a narcissic, so things didn't work out at all. I was jumping from one to the other, but this time the brain was all screwed up. The body felt mistreated and the soul was bleeding. Where do I go? What should I be doing? I went for the whiskey to cure my wounds as I felt gaslighted. It's definitely a healing elixir. Addiction was just a step away from one drink to another. Therefore, 2 more years of harming my body, soul, brain, and other parts of me. Everything is moving quickly. What I realized now, after years, was that alcohol had kept me locked in, affecting everything around me, from self-esteem to relationships with people, employees, contractors, and family relations. I wasn't able to build a relationship, and I went to explore loads of crazy things, sex addictions. I was lost, thrown into work, in pleasing people, and had problems refusing people. I was on top of the edge. My life was like self-destructing on autopilot. It was all about the time, not how it would happen. All of this until one day I had a dream about her. Those lovely big crystal blue eyes with the curly hair and the attitude of a young girl. That made me unblock her, contact her, and tell her my truth after 8 years. I felt relief that I could finally express what my soul was seeking, but I was guilty for busting into her life and dropping everything on her, confusing her after so long without any right. Sorry, you've got your own life to live. Being so kind to me. After a short time, I quit drinking whiskey and started to work a little bit on myself, as I could. Weeks after stopping the whiskey, unfortunately, we met in a situation where I had found peace in her arms, but had to walk away and let her go. I felt that there was somebody else in her life. That was when everything woke up in me, getting myself back on the journey. This angel supported me until I got in touch with some beautiful souls who helped me save my soul from the dark. What an experience it was. My body was in massive shock, feeling suffocated, barely walking alive with the ego surrendered and capitulated to the soul. What a feeling. Advising me badly, I struggled for clarity and a clear view of the entire picture. Therefore, be careful who you surround yourself with. It's a saying, sometimes the sheep fears the wolf and ends up being eaten by the shepherd. A massive thank you to everyone who helped me save my soul in any way. I promise I will take care of him now and try to help others. I am here now. So you beautiful soul, don't stay in the dark. Walk through the shadow and ask for help. There's nothing that can't be sorted or understood. We all make mistakes and are here to support each other, not judge. I hope you find this motivating enough to ask for professional help while you've got a chance. Ultimately, I would love to apologize to my soul if sometimes I've been absent from living in the present and hiding in the past, not being there for some decisions that were taken by the brain. However, now I am here and will make it up to you, caring for, feeding, and loving you. Dear soul, I love you, truly, deeply, madly. You, my soul, are the best, the one and only, the truth, the peace, the shelter in the rain, the sun that lights the summer beach, the cabin in the snowy mountains, and the water in the desert. Thank you for returning home. Repeat this daily. I am a newer version of myself today and have the opportunity to change my path for the better. To be continued. Thank you for watching.